What's going on, everybody? This is Alex Kirby here in Columbia, South Carolina, formerly the owner of Trifecta Landscaping, a seven-figure company here in Columbia, and sold it last year. But I have been doing and do a lot of coaching and consulting and just discussion on things in the green industry, trying to help people like you grow their green industry businesses one day at a time. And so this episode, we're going to be talking about what to do when you feel beat down by business. It is a topic that is very interesting to discuss because business is hard. And as you guys know, we're in the middle of the season. We're towards the tail end a little bit, and you guys are all feeling bogged down and beat up. So we're going to be talking about that this episode. So buckle up, stay on your mower wherever you're listening, and try to have an open heart and open mind to hear this, because I know you need encouragement. I know you're tired. I know you're weary. And so hopefully this is going to be a huge help to you and give you a direction to go. Thanks.
Welcome to the Green Up Academy podcast with Alex Kirby, where we focus on helping you level up your green industry business. Whether it's marketing, finance, employees, or strategy, we talk about everything on this show to help you apply it to your business and change your family and company's future for decades to come. Here's your host, Alex Kirby.
What's up, everybody? Yes, as you heard, this is the Green Up Academy podcast, where hopefully you come to level up your green industry business one episode, one mow, one topic at a time. Today's episode, we're going to be talking about what do you do when you feel beat down by business. And I don't know about you guys, but the green industry can beat you down. It is I tell people all the time, everyone thinks it's easy, right? It's like, oh, how hard can mowing grass be? And how hard can putting mulch out be? Hey, it's simple, but it is not easy. A lot different. There's a huge difference in simple and easy. So yes, is it simple? Absolutely. But it is not easy. It's very hard. Any service business, trade business is hard, but especially the lawn and landscape industry, for whatever reasons that we know them all. There's a lot. But as a business owner, a lot of people don't understand the seat that you find yourself in. One, being a business owner is a lonely island. I mean, you're misunderstood often. You don't feel that people hear you. You feel very alone. The problems, the struggles that you're going through, you don't quite feel like people understand. So it's like you feel just completely misunderstood, or, you just don't feel like people understand where you're at and where you're trying to go and the problems you're dealing with. And so that's why one reason why we started the Green Up Academy is that we could create a community where you hear from and talk to people that can help you.
Hey guys, thank you for listening to this episode of the Green Up Academy podcast. I'm excited to announce our first event that we're going to be doing while all of you guys are at Equip Expo through the Green Up Academy, called the Green Up Gathering. It's going to be on October 16th, which is Wednesday night, while you're at Equip Expo. It's going to be at 6:30 to 10:30 p.m. at Main Event in Louisville, Kentucky. If you've never been to Main Event, think of it like Dave & Buster's on steroids. It's going to be so much fun. We're going to have amazing barbecue and food. We're going to have a keynote speech from me. We're going to be talking about your business moving forward in 2025 and things you can expect through us at the Green Up Academy. We're also going to be having unlimited games, unlimited arcade time, bowling, and just getting to hang out with all the people who you've met through the Green Up Academy, through the lawn and landscape industry, in one place in a small setting. So it's only $60, guys. It's an amazing value. We're going to have giveaways from Ballard Products, Yeti, and much, much more. So we want you to come, and we're going to be announcing and launching this on August 12th, which is Monday night at 5 p.m. It's going to go live. And like I said, these 40 spots, we feel very confident they're going to fill fast. So make sure you do that. We're going to announce it on our Instagram, our Facebook, and through an email, and of course through our website at thegreenupacademy.com. So you guys make sure you're there. We're really excited. I can't wait to see you and meet you guys in person, those who I've talked to online for many, many years and a lot of time. So looking forward to it. Make sure you come to our Green Up Gathering.
So here's kind of the 6 steps that I wrote down of what to do when you're feeling beaten down and bruised in business, man. It's hard. And it's hard to tell yourself to slow down a minute, because everything feels like it's urgent and it needs to get done. So here's kind of number 1. First thing to do when you're in, a little bit over your head, feeling exhausted, frustrated, depressed, whatever it is. First one is pray and slow down. Go on a walk, take a minute, take 20 minutes, take an hour, and just pray and get your mind in the right place. I know in business, for me, things can get kind of in a whirlwind, and there's tornadoes, there's hurricanes, and everything is like, so chaotic. I have a property, and we have about 1,000-foot driveway, and something I do very often is I will walk it at night, come sit on the front porch of our barn where we're recording this podcast right now, and just take a minute and go, let me get my thoughts together, Lord. Help me decipher what's going on here. And so that's huge for me. Praying, meditating on the word, what the Lord's telling me, and then just getting my mind to calm down for a minute, because it feels like ping pong. Sometimes it's just need to take a pause, take a minute. That's number one. The second one is you need to get a mentor to talk to. So, mentors have always been a major part of my life. I mean, I remember when I came to Christ in college, I immediately got a mentor named Chad, who was awesome. I mean, it was a really hard college I went to. There was not a lot of believers. Chad was a young pastor. He had 3 kids at the age of 25, and they had no money. They lived in the parsonage, but they always had me over for meals. Chad always was hanging out with me, discipling me. Then I had another guy named Eddie, who's my mentor, and then Professor Larimore, and then I could name them all. It just kept going. So having a mentor, someone to pour into me, if you don't have that, guys, I don't care if you're 48 years old listening to this, you need to have a mentor, someone who's a little bit ahead of you, or someone who you can relate to that can speak life, speak encouragement, things into your life. It would help you tremendously. If you don't have a mentor, huge, huge problem, and why it's like going in a rainstorm without an umbrella. It really is. So I really encourage you to get a mentor. That's number 2. Number 3, sit down and come up with a plan and a strategy. I love the quote, if you haven't planned, if you fail to plan, you've planned to fail. Great quote. And so come up with a plan. You know, I use these yellow notepads consistently. If you're listening, I have a yellow notepad in front of me. And I love to write and come up with a plan so it gets out of my mind onto paper, and I can organize it. And so plan and strategize of what's coming up, what you want to do next, what your next moves are, kind of what your thoughts are. Because if it's all just in your head, it's like scrambled eggs, man. It's so hard to find how to separate those things. 4th one, be a part of something that can hold you accountable. So you guys know we have the crew at the Green Up Academy. I think it's such a great accountability group. We have calls every other week where we talk about things we're working on, things we want to do, and it helps. Iron sharpens iron, as the Bible says. It's a great place to do that. So you need someone to hold you accountable, whether that be, I used to love doing this, just guys who have businesses in my area, just getting together and talking, holding each other accountable, doing the right things and sharing ideas. I think that really helps when you're feeling beaten down, to get in a room of guys who are also having a hard time. So you're like, I'm not the only one. I'm not the broken vessel here. It's just part of it. So number 4 is kind of accountability or community. Number 5, this one might be interesting to a few of you. Make sure you have a dang hobby. Make sure that business isn't literally taking over your entire life. I know for me, I have a couple hobbies. Disc golf is the main one. I really, really enjoy playing disc golf. I try to play 10 to 12 hours a week, but it doesn't normally come up to that. So like 8 to 10. I try to play. My wife is awesome, and she knows that we both have time a week. She's actually doing it this afternoon, where we have just time to ourselves. So I usually play from Mondays from 5 to 8. And then I usually play one other time. So that's, 6 hours a week. And then she has 5 or 6 hours a week, like today, that she goes and does whatever she wants. But hobbies, I think it's so important to do things that bring you joy and that get your mind off of stuff, so you're not just fully consumed by it, man. If you are, it's a never ending cycle of living in that place. And you have to remember that life's too short. So hobbies and finding time for yourself. And then the last thing, when you feel beaten down by business, once you've done all this, you have to commit to the grind. So if you're, you've strategized, you've done these things, one of my favorite things about what we did early on to set us up for success at Trifecta was I told my wife, after about the first month or two of business, I saw kind of where this thing could go. And I said, hey, I'm just going to work like a crazy guy for the next 9 months. And I need you to be okay with that. And we're still going to spend a lot of time together, but I just need, and when I go do quotes, you need to jump in the truck. Like that's when we can spend time together. We're going to take Sundays off, of course. So we'll make Sundays just all day for us. And then we'll do date night, 1 night a week. But I've got to work, 6 to 6 in the field. And then I've got to work, on the books and marketing and all that stuff from, 9:30 to midnight every night. And so I don't recommend doing that for a long period. I wrote 90 to 120 days. But if you have a goal and a place you need to go, don't take 3 years for something that could take 4 months if you just went all in. And so, because when you're slowly dripping water out of a bucket, it's almost more painful. So it's like, just knock it out, get it done, and grind. And that will help you when you're in a tough, feeling beaten down. When you've done the other 5 things, the last one to do is commit to getting through it, is what I'm getting at. It's tough. It's a hard season. Well, let's commit to getting through it. Grind for the next little bit. So this is a pretty practical episode, but I think I know because I talk to more landscapers than most, that a lot of you guys are struggling with this season. Inflation, hard hiring, money's tight, people aren't spending as much, election. It's been a hard year for a lot of people and a lot of you guys. And so I know a lot of you feel this way. So I wanted to give you an episode that encouraged you and helped you kind of see where to go from here. And I hope this did that. So again, guys, remember Green Up Gathering coming up October 16th at Equip Expo. We've got limited tickets available. So make sure you get that. Go to our website. It's right there on the homepage. Sign up and get your ticket. It's only $60. It's going to be a fantastic event. You get to see me, hang out with a lot of guys from the academy, giveaways, food, games, bowling. It's going to be a fantastic night, Wednesday night at Equip. So make sure you guys check that out. Remember, Broward Products, Green Up 10 saves you 10% every time. And check out Jobber, guys. It's incredible how much it can help your business. Thank you guys again for being such a valuable listener to the show. It means a lot to me. And we'll see you next time. Thanks.